At this time, we're going to ask Mr. Aldane Reed, the president of the Young Entrepreneurs Association, to give us an overview of the challenge, the Young Entrepreneurs Challenge, that is.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Madam Master of Ceremonies, members of Jeff's Executive Council, OYA Executive, who we see present this morning, and YA members, and Jeff members, sponsors and representatives from the sponsoring companies, members of the media, other specially invited guests, staff of Jeff, ladies and gentlemen, good morning again. My duty this morning is to give you all a sense of what this challenge, this Young Entrepreneurs Challenge, is all about. First of all, let me just say how excited we are from the perspective of the Young Entrepreneurs Association. Of course, by extension, our I would say our partners at this stage, Jamaica Employers Federation, and certainly our headline sponsors, Digicel Business, how excited we are to be here this morning. This certainly has been long in coming. It has been certainly. Oh, for a minute I thought it was my phone, because I know I'm kind of guilty of that sometimes. But this has been long in coming. I think we certainly are very excited that we're here this morning to launch what I believe is going to be a very important event in the life of Jamaica. This certainly is not going to be the first year. Certainly, most of our sponsors that have come on board this year have committed for 3 years. And we see this as having a life way beyond 3 years. And I think Jackie alluded to some of the important things as it relates to entrepreneurship and supporting this whole business of entrepreneurship, and perhaps more importantly, supporting young entrepreneurs who are the future of this country. I'm just going to quickly run through exactly what it's all about for you to have an understanding as to what it is that we're going to be doing for the next 2 months. The objectives basically are fairly straightforward. We want to recognize entrepreneurs who have achieved, certainly in spite of the odds that beset us here in Jamaica as entrepreneurs, and we want to look at, we want to pick out and find those persons who exemplify the true spirit of entrepreneurship. And of course, we want, through that recognition, we want to ignite that fire that burns inside of entrepreneurs, and we want to have this exposed to as wide a cross-section of persons as possible, hopefully to inspire others to get into this business of entrepreneurship. And we want to cultivate a spirit of innovation and, of course, fostering business development in Jamaica. This competition is open to owner-managers who are in business, who are currently in business, not less than a year old and not more than 5 years old as of September 1st. The entrance business should have an annual turnover in excess of $1 million per annum. We're looking for persons between 18 and 35 years old. We can accept applications or nominate partners, both of which ought to be between 18 and 35 as well. And this says that only 2 partners can represent the business at the interview stage. What we're looking for in terms of the judges will be made up of a panel of experts comprising persons from the sponsors. Certainly we have, and further in the presentation, you'll see that we have sectional prizes from the sponsors. So we'll have judges from taken from representative from the sponsors companies, and of course we have representatives from JEF. We have the YA represented as well, and Digicel, certainly being the headline sponsor, will also be represented on this particular judging panel. And what the judges will be seeking to do is to identify persons who are or can become positive role models to society. And we're looking at track record, viability, business potential, and other qualities which are not as black and white. Things that we see when you're interviewing a candidate. So things that you recognize that they definitely want to succeed. And these are some of the things that we'll be looking for. As Jackie alluded to earlier, we're not looking simply on company size or turnover. We want you to demonstrate that in fact you really want to succeed, and you could be in a very small business and end up becoming the winner, the Digicel Business Young Entrepreneur of the Year. Now the criteria, and I'll just list these quickly: entrepreneurial spirit, and that speaks for itself. Personal integrity, again, is also a very, very, very important aspect of what we're looking for. Financial performance, we want to see track record in terms of what you've been doing and the quality of your investments that you've done so far. And certainly long-term sustainability is going to be a very important factor that we're going to be considering. We also want to look at your strategic direction. We're not, the awardee for this particular event will not be a fly-by-night operation. It has to be a company, a young company with young persons who have direction and who are serious about business. And so the ability to turn vision into reality, harnessing commitment towards goals, building alliances and so on, and of course having talented people on your team, these are some of the things that we want to be demonstrated in terms of the persons who will ultimately win these awards. Innovation as well is going to be a critical factor. Certainly in 2007 what we find is that innovation is driving most of our new businesses. Most young persons are certainly very inclined towards innovative ideas, and we want to support that by identifying some of these persons within this particular context. And then community and global impact. We are looking for companies or persons who can demonstrate that they not only can be viable within the community that they exist, but also they have an ability to expand into international markets with a high degree of success. And so we're looking for scalability, we're looking for persons who can move it to that other level that we hear so much about. The award categories that we have for this award, certainly our premier award is the Digicel Business Young Entrepreneur of the Year. And this will be that person who stands out from the rest. And this will be the marquee prize of the night. And so the competition and certainly in the back of the minds of the persons who are competing, this is the award that you'd want to be winning. And it comes, and I speak further to the prizes that you'll be entitled to if you win. Then there is the Jamaica Observer Emerging Entrepreneur Award. And this person cannot be in business for more than a year, and the business of course should be profitable and well on its way to executing its business plan and ready for that second stage of growth. The 3M Innovation Award, certainly when we came up with this idea and we looked at the awards, when we came up with the Innovation Award, somewhere in the back of our minds we saw 3M as being a perfect fit. I think all of us here would agree that 3M represents innovation in the broadest context that you could imagine worldwide, and certainly here in Jamaica, Vincent is doing a fantastic job. We're looking for this person who uses not only technology, but innovation in its broadest sense to create a competitive advantage